there, folks. Spencer Remple with the Northwest Company, working for northern stores all across Canada's Great North. And here I am today in Chesterfield Inlet. And man, do I got a machine to show you today. Well, what a lot of people don't know, especially you Southerners, is that northern stores, we're your one-stop shop. We're usually the only store in town, so whether you want a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, a yard of fabric, or a new snowmobile, we got it covered for you. Yeah, we're a skidoo dealer. Whew, I'm happy to say I've got a really nice machine to show you here today. I've been so excited about this thing. This is a spring only order model, and that's why you'll see the X on the front. We are looking today at the Expedition SE, and this is just the way it comes from the factory with all of the options and everything that you see on it here today. What a fabulous machine. I mean, let's go through just a few of the great points of it. Look at these giant skis in the front, big 7.4 skis. We got a huge extra high windshield to give us coverage. We've got really nice wide floorboards here for our feet with excellent holes for the snow and ice to get through. Nice big seat, double seat on the back. This comes off and there's more storage underneath. Believe it or not, your passenger here is going to be in love with you because they got protection for their hands and hand heaters as well in there. Coming around, absolutely love the nice wide stance of it too. And your shocks here are really good. There's these HPG shocks in the front here. Nice and wide, stable machine. Your shocks in the center of your track are incredible as well. Those actually one is an air-controlled shock and it has almost 10 inches of travel. All right, looking at the back here, look at this heavy-duty rear bumper that they've put on in the back. And then we've actually got a hitch that's ready to go here as well. And this thing is rated to tow 1,500 pounds. I mean, give me a break, and I know it'll tow a lot more than that from what I've seen from around here. Huge trunk on the back. Look at this thing. There we go. Now we can go grocery shopping at the Northern, can't we? Isn't that nice? Track, we're looking at 154 inches, 20 inches wide, 1.5 inch paddles on it. Stable ride, smooth ride, comfortable ride. This here is really the Cadillac of skidoo, let me tell you. It's just not one that you want to get stuck though. It does weigh 666 pounds. Let's talk about some more fancy options on this thing. We've got a huge gauge cluster here. We've got these handlebars are actually adjustable with the riser. We've got a outlet here for the driver's helmet and visor. Keep that warm and defrosted. This is the DESS key, and that is digitally encoded, and RF function works absolutely perfectly. On-off switch there. We got handlebar heaters here for the handlebars and for the thumb warmer. Let's talk briefly about the engine choices in this model. This one here is the 900 Ace 4-stroke. I actually love that choice. The 4-stroke, I'm going to fire it up for you here. You just won't believe how quiet this thing is. It just hums along, electric start, fires right up. It's absolutely beautiful. You got 95 horsepower in that 900 Ace, and if you want more power, you can move up to a 900 Turbo and get 130. You can even move up to the 900 Turbo R, and I believe you're at something like 180 horsepower. It's got even more than the 850 E-Tech, which is the last choice here. If you really love your 2-strokes, this model is still available in the good old 850 E-Tech 2-stroke engine. Now, Spence, you said you like the 900 Ace. Why is that? I understand that a lot of people still prefer the 2-stroke. Well, let me tell you about the pros and the cons of that 4-stroke engine. Number one, as I already mentioned, you're going to get fantastic fuel economy and you don't have to buy any 2-stroke oil. That is really nice. It's quiet, it's smooth, it's computer controlled, so it actually gives you different modes that you can control the engine with. Sport mode, economy mode. You can have the throttle go hard, or you can have the throttle very responsive, or the throttle less responsive. It's so nice to have. You can even take this throttle and switch it around when your thumb gets tired and use it with your hand. Isn't that neat? Because it's like your truck. It's sending an electronic signal to the engine to operate those controls. Oh, a new feature this year, the reverse. There used to be a mechanical reverse that you'd clunk clunk, have to put it into reverse. That's electronic now as well. All you do is tap a little button, beep, 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 it's going in reverse. Really nice system. Now, why would I go with a 2-stroke though? Well, 4-stroke does have its cons as well. Okay, now, it is less power than the 850 E-Tech, so you have less power than the 2-stroke unless you move up to the super turbocharged one. And also a 4-stroke, well, a 4-stroke doesn't have oil in the gas. Of course, it has oil in the pan. It has oil that lubricates that whole engine. And now you've got an oil pan down below that in -50 is going to get pretty darn sludgy. Yeah, that's right. So you have a few different options there. They actually make a belly pan heater, and just like your vehicle. So when you come home at night, you can plug this vehicle in and you're going to have no problem starting the next day in -50. A lot of people say, well, what good does that do me if I'm out on the land and it's -50? I got no plug-ins out there. Very true. Nowadays, you can get really nice large battery packs that will do the job for that overnight, over even multiple nights. And oftentimes when people are out on the land, they're carrying a generator with them. They'll fire that up in the morning, plug your snowmobile in and get that oil warmed up and going yet again. So there is options and things to be able to do. It's a real pros and cons though, isn't it? Believe it or not, in this Expedition model, we've actually got low and high range as well. So when you're pulling something behind you, you got that big sled on, you're pulling something really heavy on behind you, put her in low range, go easy on the throttle, put her in economy mode, and that track's gonna go tick, 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 and it's gonna pull that thing just like a tractor without spinning a track or getting you stuck at all. Way to go, Skidoo. I'm loving this machine. Well, you've seen it here at Northern Store, folks. You know, if you want a Skidoo, come and look us up. We'd be happy to bring one in for you. Thanks for watching, and hey, go north.